So before we start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. So let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, week 13 of the NFL season is coming up. And for the Chicago Bears, they will be going into Detroit to take on the division-leading Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day. And in this video, we're going back to our original return to form. I will be giving my 3 keys of the game in this video on how the Bears can somehow come away with a win on Thursday. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at it with another video. Today we're doing the Bears. The Bears are coming off that close overtime loss to the Minnesota Vikings last week. They are going into Detroit to face their division rival and the division leading Detroit Lions on Thursday. The Lions have been rolling through everybody. They have beat Jacksonville. They beat Jacksonville to a pulp. I think it was last week, and they have shown no signs of slowing down whatsoever. They're a very good team, but this matchup is always more competitive than it seems on paper, despite the Lions having a much better roster than we do and a much better coaching staff than we do. These games are always competitive, especially on Thanksgiving. Hopefully we get to see another competitive game going into the matchup. So I'm not going to sit here and speculate on what it's going to look like. So we're going to get straight into the video, but I want to let you guys know that I am still doing my $100 Amazon gift card giveaway on the channel. If you look on the screen right now, you'll see the video that I have posted on your screen. If you guys click the link in the pinned comment of this video, it will link you to my giveaway video. If you read the pinned comments that you see on your screen and in that giveaway video, make sure you guys read that to a T so you guys will be eligible for the giveaway. I will be announcing winners December 2nd, so make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post that. But make sure you guys go to that video that is listed on your screen, follow the instructions in the pinned comment down in that video, put your comment in the comment section, and you guys will be eligible for the giveaway. Winners will be announced December 2nd, so make sure you guys don't miss it. But the Bears, they're gonna have a tough matchup on their hands. I'm not gonna speculate for too much longer and keep yapping. Let's get straight into the video. Number 1, the Bears must be able to stop the run on Sunday. This Detroit Lions offense is led by their quarterback, Jared Goff. He's completing 72% of his passes for 2,761 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So overall, Jared Goff has been a really good quarterback for the Detroit Lions. But the main success of this Detroit Lions team, is built off its run game. Both Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery have been excellent this year. Jahmyr Gibbs, 886 yards rushing, 10 touchdowns, and is averaging about 5 to 4 yards per carry. With David Montgomery quickly following behind, he has 632 yards rushing and 11 touchdowns, and he's averaging about 5 yards per carry. The Detroit Lions are also 5th in the league in rushing yards and rushing offense as well. So this team is built off its run game, and that really helps Jared Goff to get going because they work off of so much play action and, a lot of movement and stuff like that. So this offense is potent, especially with its running game. Our running defense has been awful. As of recently, we are one of the worst running defenses in the entire league, despite having a lot of high-priced linebackers. We could not stop the run at all in our last game against the Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Jones ran all over us. He ran for another 100-yard game against them, which was his 4th straight. And if the Bears want to have any chance of winning this game, we're going to have to stop the running game. That means we're going to have to get to guys in the backfield. Guys are going to have to fill their gaps correctly and make the tackle when they first, make contact with a guy. A lot of times we saw last week that when they made contact with Aaron Jones, or really any rusher that the Minnesota Vikings had back there, and a lot of times this season as well, usually that first guy that makes contact with that running back usually doesn't get him down to the ground, and that gives him so many chances for yards after contact. It extends drives and also creates 3rd and shorts in which we were unable to get off the field. This rushing game for the Detroit Lions is going to be a lot more aggressive. They have 2 guys that can absolutely blitz you on the ground, with Jahmyr Gibbs and that electric speed, and David Montgomery being the overall power back. He's probably going to get the most of the carries, but I really, really fear Jahmyr Gibbs, man. He's really, really fast, and the Bears struggle with fast, physical backs. So we're going to have to find a way to get, just somewhat slow down this rushing attack for the Detroit Lions. Like I said, guys got to fill the gaps correctly. Guys got to have to actually make tackles when they make contact with a guy. And we might have to start dialing up some more run blitzes, man. It's too many times we're getting our line pushed back, and it's creating these huge holes for the offense to run through. If the Bears can somehow find a way to slow down both these running backs for the Detroit Lions, they do have a chance in this game. I don't expect it, but we have to fill our gaps. We have to make contact with the runner and bring him down on first contact. We cannot let them break tackles, because those will turn into 25-yard runs in a minute. So we got to find a way to stop that rushing game for the Detroit Lions. Point number 2, we have to find a way to get pressure on Jared Goff. This is a constant when we play the Detroit Lions, and we've done a good job of this in the past. The last time we played the Detroit Lions, we beat them 28-13. We also lost a game against them last year, in which they came back on us within the fourth quarter. But the success is always the same when you play a Jared Goff-led team. If you're able to get pressure on Jared Goff, he'll start making mistakes. He'll get skittish back there, and more than likely, he's going to throw interceptions. That's what the Texans did. That's why he threw 5 of them in one game. And this is our main success every time we played Jared Goff, either here in Chicago or in Detroit. We always find a way to get pressure on him. We always find a way to hurry him in that pocket, and we always try to find a way to move him off his spot. This receiving core for the Detroit Lions is resurgent, and it's definitely deadly. The two guys leading it are, of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, nonetheless. Jameson Williams has been a breakout this year. I really like the way he's played, but Amon-Ra St. Brown is still the best receiver on the team to me. If we are unable to get pressure on Jared Goff, our back half is going to have a hell of a time with these receivers. Any quarterback that has a chance to stand back there and pick you apart, especially to the level of a guy like Jared Goff, he's going to do it. And if the Bears are unable to get pressure, he's going to pick you apart all game. Now, the way we can mitigate that is guys are going to have to start winning their one-on-ones on that defensive line. It's been a lesser year for Montez Sweat per se, but I know he's playing hurt. That means other guys are going to have to come through. We need Gervon Dexter to start winning his one-on-one matchups. We need DeMarcus Walker to start winning his one-on-one matchups. We need Austin Booker to start winning his one-on-one matchups. I do also think the Bears will benefit from throwing a lot more blitzes at Jared Goff. This would probably be a perfect time to dial up some of those corner blitzes that we have. It really sucks that Jaquan Brisker is not in that lineup, as he could do that too. We're going to have to find a way to generate pressure on Jared Goff. I don't know if a 4-man rush is going to be able to do it, especially with the offensive line that the Detroit Lions have. But we're going to have to find a way. I would like to see the Bears end with at least 3 sacks on the day. If we're able to hurry Jared Goff into some of these throws and not let him sit back there and get comfortable and kind of move him off his spot a little bit, that does create opportunities for this back 7 and these cornerbacks to make plays on the ball. So we're going to need that. We're going to need that in this game. So I say the second key, one of the most important, is to get pressure and consistent pressure on Jared Goff. And point number 3, the Bears have to keep doing what they're doing on offense. The offense has come together. And I just think we could benefit from more consistency, but it has come together. Caleb has improved these last 2 games. He's went up from completing just 60% of his passes to a 2% increase, completing only 62%. He has over 2,000 yards passing this year, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But, with the loss of Aiden Hutchinson in that, Detroit Lions pass rush, I know they did go out and get Zadarius Smith as well, but this offense has come together a little bit. Thomas Brown has this offense running the way he wants it to. He has Caleb playing comfortable, and I just think Caleb needs to continue to be consistent with it, man. Take what the defense has given you, as this Detroit Lions secondary is better than it was last year, and they are opportunistic, so they will try to take the ball away. Their pass rush shouldn't be as strong, at least without Aiden Hutchinson. but I don't underestimate Zadarius Smith and all those guys that they have on the defensive line. I also don't underestimate Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn, as they are great defensive minds. Aaron Glenn has been a really, really good defensive coordinator. I would say, you know, we have to figure out a way to run the ball a little bit better. We haven't been able to create those rushing lanes for our running game and for our running backs. I know DeAndre Swift has had a really, really good year, but I feel like he should have an even better year than he is having. Part of that is because the offensive line isn't opening up many holes. I think we need to run a little bit more play action in this game. I know Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn like to send blitzes a lot, so you know, I just think the offense needs to continue what they've been doing. You know, continue to work on those quick passing games. Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers like DJ Moore, like Rome Odunze. We saw Keenan Allen last week. It feels like this offense is comfortable. Now I want to see them build on that and start taking a little bit more shots down the field, as this defense could be susceptible to that. I would also say, to end this point, is Caleb has to continue to use his legs. One thing that Detroit always seems to struggle with, and this has been a recipe for success in the past for the Chicago Bears, is that Detroit seems to struggle with running quarterbacks, or quarterbacks that can move efficiently. We've seen that a little bit more over these past few games with Caleb. He's been using his legs a lot more, and he's going to have to. This defense is rated 10th in the NFL. They have a good coverage unit, and they can generate pressure. So I just want to see the Bears continue what they're doing. Get Caleb comfortable early, get him some easy throws. Once the defense starts to set on those, then you can start going to the intermediate to deep throws. And I want to see Caleb continue to use his legs efficiently to pick up first downs and gain yardage, just to keep the defense honest. I would like to see the Bears give DeAndre Swift a little bit more carry and a little bit more burn. And I'd like to see us be more efficient with our run game. So, I want the Bears to continue what they're doing on offense, create a few splash plays here and there, and I want Caleb to be smart with the ball and continue using his legs, and they should have a pretty good chance to win this game. Overall, though, I have the Detroit Lions winning this game 37-27. The Detroit Lions, they're a really, really, really good team, and not many teams have beat them this year. One team has beat them this year, and I think it's Tampa Bay early in the year. I don't think we're going to be able to stop the run efficiently enough to beat this team. However, I do think the Bears, with Thomas Brown calling plays, I do think we'll be able to put up points against this defense. I feel like Caleb will come in firing. I feel like he'll use his legs a lot more. Continue the success of using his legs. I think he's going to start seeing a lot more open guys downfield as well. You can see him get a little bit more confident. You can see him, set his feet more, step into the throws when he's throwing downfield. That being said, I don't think our defense is going to be able to stop both Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I do feel like Jared Goff will be able to have time back there with Montez Sweat kind of banged up, and we don't really have much on that defensive line. I also think that Dan Campbell is such a really, really good coach. On those 4th and shorts, he's probably going to go for it where Eberflus probably wouldn't. And I feel like his coaching decisions are going to come down to the Lions winning or losing this game. And I feel like we're not going to be able to outcoach Detroit. I feel like they're going to play a little bit harder, especially when the game gets tight. I feel like this game will go like the game we had where we blew it in the 4th quarter. The Bears will have early success, but once Detroit starts to settle in and they start gaining tendencies with this offense and start making Eberflus make tough decisions, it's going to turn the Detroit Lions' favor, and that's why I have them winning this game 37-27. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who do you have winning? Do you have the Lions or do you have the Bears? Let me know how and why in the comment section. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video so it helps the channel grow. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of these Bears videos. As always, guys, follow me on social media. I probably will try to stream this game tomorrow, so be looking out for that. But as always, guys, bear down, and I'm out. Peace.